Yeah, good evening. You're not the only one here. Welcome.
Hi,
So,
how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing now?
I'm okay. Oh.
Welcome. So let's just quickly get started. We've already rested some time rather. So today we are just going to be doing basic calculations in Excel. Oh, how's this? Okay, I think this was the one we used last time. This one, this one. Okay, this one. This was the one we did last time. So we'll build another Excel table and use it. So just a brief, I don't know if I'm to do this recap, it's not necessary, but just
Yes,
let me just go over it. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Did you
Yeah,
put yourself today?
No, we didn't have class on Saturday.
Oh, okay, because I was trying to come in, but nobody was accepting me.
No, we
Oh, I
didn't
tried
have
to
class.
listen. Oh, okay.
Sorry. I came online actually. I waited for some time. People didn't join. Then I had to go through my phone. I saw some messages. People were saying they were not available for the class and all. So I just felt instead of us having a class and then well will be just maybe one or two. It's not necessary. Let's just shift it since they already said they won't be available. So let's
Okay.
just get started. We'll build an Excel table. All right, let me share my screen. Okay. Okay. Please confirm you can see my screen. I'm sharing my screen.
yeah.
All right. Let's just get started. Okay, please remember if I'm asking for a feedback, I need you to talk to me because I don't want to divide my screen. So I want to be seeing whatever I'm doing on my screen. So just remember if I ask for a feedback, just unmute your mic and give me the feedback so that I'm sure we are on the same plane. So
Okay.
okay, just hang on. I kind of wrote down the things I want us to do. I want us to be taking it one after the other so that we don't skip any step. Oh, what is this thing? Okay. Let's just do mathematical functions in Excel. Um, let's do mathematical functions in Excel. From building our mathematical functions, there are other things we are going to do. So first we have to populate this list. Come on. Mhm. I'm already having a short date here. I don't know. I think we should build another list. Electricity, gas. Okay, let's just populate this other one. Um, let's do here 500. Let me delete this one first. So if you want to delete, I think I spoke about that. But if you want to delete, you just highlight the column you want to delete and just go to your delete this delete here on the bar on this home tab. There's delete on the home tab, so you just highlight whatever you want to delete, go to the home tab. If you delete only, if you just highlight it and click on delete on your keyboard, what will happen is if the this thing, the row abi the column has content. Okay, let me just do it here. So if I highlight this column B and click on delete, okay, this is a match, so okay, it's just because of this other budget here, but let's do it here that we don't have a match cell. Let's do it here that we don't have a match cell. Let me put 600, 500, 200, 300. So if you highlight this now, I'm clicking on my delete button on my, and I want to delete column F, right? And well, it won't work. Let me use what will I do here now? Okay, let me add insert. I've inserted a new one. Oh, it will have this thing because it's merged. Let me insert from here. Insert. Okay, good. So I have this, I have this, I have this. Good. Insert. I know you don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to do something. Now, here, if I want to delete this thing, I highlight this row and click on delete. What it will delete, if you noticed, it deleted the content of the cells, right? That's only
Yeah.
what is going to delete, but it's not going to delete the row. So let's say this row now is if I want to delete this row now, I can just highlight this and click on delete. Did you see what happened?
Yes.
I deleted the row, kind of shifted everything back. If I click on delete again, it deletes the row. Now let's click on delete from our button. If we click on delete, those things will be there. But if you click on delete, everything you see, if you notice there was a little movement on my, let me do undo. Let me undo. So if I click on delete on the home tab, you see there was a movement. Did you notice it? It's a slight movement. Anyway, what I just want you to get there is the fact that if you want to delete a row or a column, you need to click on the delete on your home tab. Don't click on the delete on your keyboard. If you click on the delete on your keyboard, it will clear those things inside the cells, oh, but it will not delete that row. And
Okay.
sometimes you just think, okay, you have deleted the row, but the row is still there. So you need to be careful what you do.
Okay.
So just make sure you're clicking on the delete on the home tab. So let's, like I said, let's populate this 600, 250, 120, 130, 130, 140. I'm just typing in these things. This my okay. Okay, you didn't see how I corrected that, ba? Okay, let me
No. Come again.
so this things is looking like, if you look at this cell here now, it's not like my 140 is up. If you look at this cell, see this place now, there's a place my cursor is hovering around under 6. It's looking
Yes.
like my 7 is on top, right?
Yeah.
So just what you do is highlight the row.
Oh.
Highlight that row. Yes. Once you highlight that row, you go to this top place, align it, everything comes back. This
Hmm.
alignment here, this first one, no,
Yeah.
that's the original settings. Just click on it, it will reset it to this other one. Did you remember what
Okay.
I said about having decimals in zeros? I need to share that video. I'm so sorry, it's my fault. So here, this is where under this currency,
Hmm.
there's this 00 point 0.000 points, right?
Okay. Yeah.
To remove the zeros, go click on right. Notice if I the first time I clicked on it, the first zero left,
Yeah.
right? Click
Hmm.
on it again, the second zero left.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
000 is because this is US dollars, and US dollars have cents. Like you can say, just like naira, 200 naira, 50 kobo. So it
Oh, okay.
automatically introduces um decimal there because there are possibilities that you have extra.
Okay.
Okay, so groceries, let's do
Hmm.
400.
Sorry, Kachi. What if you want to do like 0.50?
You can do point 50.
Okay, we just type it in, right?
Yes, you just type it in. So let me do
Okay.
400.515. This is it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And just type it in. So
Okay.
let's do here 200. Yes, 500. Yes, 600. This is 300. 150. 120. Okay, let me do 2 210. Ah, what happens here? How did we get here? New Jersey, New Jersey. I have to click out of this to get it. Okay, good. So this is 400. Let me do 120 here again. This my nonsense. 130. Let's do 138. What's going on with this cell? What is happening here? Okay, you see now. There's something going on this cell now. This is how you
Okay.
know. Is look at, I don't know, I think my hand pressed something else. That's why it's like this. But this is how to correct this. Just listen. If you highlight this thing now, just maybe you're working. Thank God we're even encountering some of these things so that when you're working, you know how to handle it. Now, my if you click on this now, this cell now is I clicked on this cell now. If you go to this formula bar, you'll be seeing
Mm.
138. It means 138 is inside here, oh, whether visible or invisible, is inside here. And
Okay.
is because when I was typing it, I don't know where I clicked, but look at what came up. This is what came up. This, if you notice, once I clicked it, I just had to go to this place to check whatever was going on with it. So now check this one. Let's click on 300. I need you to be looking at this place. Are you seeing this place? Just
Yeah.
look at it while I check other cells. Click on this one. Did you see what changed? Something changed.
Yeah.
If I click on this thing place again, something changed. Now, this
Yeah.
is the sequence we've been using. We've been using Calibri on 11 font. Font size is 11, right?
Yeah.
But here, if you click on this other one, this 138 is here. But remember, when we were typing it, it came out big, very bold,
Mm.
right? We clicked something, and if you look at this place too, you're seeing Adobe Garamond font
And for
size
strength.
28, right? So you see where the mistake is coming from, and it's on bold. So what you just need to do is uncheck the bold first. Go to this place. You are using Calibri already. Click on Calibri. Go back to that 48. Click on
Yeah.
11. You see what happened?
Yeah.
It came out again. So we've reset it to come out. His brain was having problem before. so,
Okay.
so okay. So I want to use total big letter to type this total here. You see what's also going on here? I don't leave this thing. I don't sleep too much. Okay, calibre 11. So let me write total. Okay, good. Remember, if you want to bold in your headings, you just need to click Control B. So this calibre, all of these things are not calibre. This one's on top. So let me put it in calibre so that they'll all be uniform. Okay, good. Are we having a short detail and we're having another short detail? Okay, I remember we put exactly, so let's do January, January 2019. We'll go. What am I having? There is something here. I think there was something we hid here, but what's going on? I'm not seeing it. Let me go to hide. Let's see. Maybe let's say we come out on that day. Let me put February. February 2019. March 2019. Okay. Mm. I don't know that short data I'll use now. Okay, we'll just make these things uniform first. We'll come back to this. Let's just go ahead and do what we came to do today first. So now I delete this. This particular one, because this is in a cell. Let me do it again. Because this is in a cell, right? And I can delete it with my delete button on my keyboard. I can also delete it with this because it's in a cell. But once it's in a column or in a row, don't try it. Just let me delete it too. So it can actually go off because it's in a cell. So now let's do
Okay.
just basic calculations. Basic calculations in Excel. Let's say we are doing sum. Okay. Let's say we want to get the sum of B3 to B8, right? We can go to, it's just equal to, okay, let's go to the formula bar. This is the formula bar here. This is the formula bar beside layout, page layout, in between page layout and data on top of this place. On top of this place. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So
Formulas.
you click
Yeah.
on formulas. Now you go to, when you click on formulas, you have a whole range of formulas there. Go to math and trig. Go to math and trig. Okay, let me just say, okay. Okay, let's just go to math and trig. You click on math and trig. Let's see. We're looking for some. Once you click on math and trig, you see a lot of you see a lot of mathematical formulas there. So you're looking for math, you're looking for some. You go to, just scroll down to S, right? You click on some. Once you double click on some, see what it brings out. This is a dialog box. So it's asking you, what do you now? It will bring it, just pay attention. Definitely it's going to bring out something on the screen and ask you, is this what you're looking for? If you see now it's giving you D3. If you look at where is D3, oh, where is D3? Come on. Do you know why it's giving? Because D3 is highlighted. This is D3, and it's telling you that the sum of D3 is 200. Look at it here, even here. It's telling you the sum of D3 is 200, right? So, but you want
Mm-hmm.
to, this is not, you don't want to get D3, you want to get the sum for B3 to B8. So what you do here is you just click on, you don't need to, you can decide to type in B3 and B8. Sorry, that's not how you actually type it in. You can actually type it in, but let me do what I used to do so I won't confuse you and confuse myself. So I highlight from here, from this place, and go down. Do you see how it is?
Yeah.
It has given you B3 to B8. Now, if you also say you want to type it in, you can do B3. I don't know this sign, Sha. Then B8. Are you seeing it? It's giving you the sum total of from B3 to B8. And this is also the formula it's giving you here. So
Okay.
once you click OK, your 2,550 is here. Did you also notice that it took this dollar formula here and brought it down to this place, right? If you want to do for this one, this is not the only like I said earlier that in Excel you can do just one thing in 10 ways, 10 different ways, and it will still work out really good for you. But I just want us to take it one step at a time so that you know all of the tricks. Now, if you want to do for this place now, what you just need to go is go to math and trig, go to look for sum. Where is our sum? Here. You can just double click on sum. It brings out something. Just make sure you're inputting the right numbers. Your see here we have from C3 to C8 is here already, or you type it in whichever way. Okay, 1,750. Good. We go to
Mm.
this one, the same thing. The same thing
Okay,
applies
please.
to this one.
Okay, please. Can you do it again, please?
Okay, let me undo. So here now, You want to get this thing, you want to get this total. So you go to your formula bar, go to math and trig. There is math and trig there. You click on it. It gives you mathematical functions, different mathematical functions you can work with on Excel. So you go down, look for your sum. Since it's sum you want, this is sum. You
Mm-hmm.
click on your sum. It will give you this thing. It will give you why it's giving this thing is we've already worked on it before. So Excel is very, very smart. It knows, okay, this is what you want from this particular one because it has seen it, right? So you can just click OK, and it gives you the total. Now on here also, there's we skipped something and we did not put this dollar sign. Let's just put the dollar sign before we go ahead. Okay. No, I have the dollar sign here. Good. So here now, you can actually start afresh with this one. Chidima, you can
Mm-hmm.
just go to formulas, right? Click on maths and trig.
Okay.
Look for, you want summation, you look for sum. Is actually arranged, the mathematical this thing formulas are arranged in I don't know, according to ascending order, I mean descending order, or I mean according to, it's not alphabetically, that's the word.
Alphabetically.
Yes. So you click on sum, it brings out a dialog box.
Mm-hmm.
So it's asking you which one. Sometimes, let's say this thing brought out, let's say D3. If you click on D3 now, look at 200. Look, do D3, D1, D2, D3. Look at 200 on D3. So it's telling
Mm-hmm.
you the answer, the sum of D3 is 200, right? But now you're not looking for D3. What you're looking for is beyond D3. So let's say okay, this is it, and you don't want to stress yourself, you just want to highlight everything there and go down. You just highlight it and go down. It will still tell you, okay, you highlighted D3 to D8. You click OK, it gives you the total of this, right? This is
Mm-hmm.
what it gives you. And it's also, Excel is smart enough to know that what you did the heading with dollar sign, so it's also giving you this dollar sign here. Now there's another way to do this thing. I'm just, like I said, I'm going to teach you all the tricks. And also, something we were discussing last week where I was telling you that sometimes, I think, was it? Yeah, sometimes if you're working with a cell, always ensure to know what is in that cell because it can give you miscalculations. You might be looking at this thing now, and it will just be looking like sum of D3 to D8, and you now come and say, or maybe you even be saying, okay, number 9. Maybe if you're a novice to this data now, this worksheet now, you might just look at it and you'll be thinking, okay, this 9, row 9 is just another number like 2550, whatever they impute there. You will not know, unless you will not know the value of this cell. For each of the cells in Excel, you won't know any value until you click on them and you see the formulas on them. Look at this one now. If you look at this formula bar, always be ensure to be looking at this formula bar, right? Because this formula bar gives you what is in the cell you're working with. If you look at this formula bar now, you see that it's telling you the summation of B3 and BA and B8. That is what is in this contained in this cell. But this cell is giving you the numbers. It's not written as sum of B3 and B to B8. It's just written as 2550. Now let's say you're thinking, okay, this is just ordinary 2550 and you want to work with it. You may not just get the result that you want, right? So this for this. Now this is another way for this thing. Let me just you see this thing now, I cannot delete it by pressing ordinary delete. I'll just go to my home tab and delete so that I know that I've cleared everything from here, right? If I click on it now, it will not be giving me, if you look at the formula bar, it's not giving me anything. So let me do it in another way that you can do it. You can decide to say, okay, equal to on your, you can press equal to, then you now be clicking this one, You press you hold down your shift key and put plus. 700, you hold down your shift key and put plus. 300, you just like you click on it, then hold down your shift key to add, right? 600, you hold down your shift key to add. 150, you hold down your shift key to add. 600, you hold down your shift key to add. When you're done, right? When you're done, oh, there was this I think we made a mistake here. Okay, we didn't. So when you're done, you just click on enter.
I remember this thing.
They are the same. There are
Yeah.
longer routes. There are simpler routes. If that's what I just wanted to teach you. But the hack with working with Excel is the fact if you know the simpler route, there are even simpler routes. If you know the simpler route, you can just do your thing and just get out of the way. You get. So this is also another method of doing it. Now notice if you click on this box now, this box is highlighted and look at the formula bar. Are you seeing what is there? It's telling you
Yeah.
you added B3, B4, B5, whatever, whatever. It's just simply showing you how you did it and how you arrived at what you have, right? So this one is another way. We go again. That is now the last way me I do it. There might be an advanced way, but this is how I do it. This is how I do it. So there's this where is my auto sum? Let me quickly check for my auto sum here. I'm not seeing it here. Okay. Okay, we can still work with it here. So I already know I'm looking for the sum of all of these things on B2. What I just need to do is okay, this is the empty cell below B2, and I want to know the summation. I can just highlight that cell. You see, click on that cell, go to auto sum, look at auto sum somewhere here at the left. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Click on auto sum. What happened?
You
The
should
whole
add.
thing came out. It just automatically added everything for you. What you just need to is to click enter and move, go your way.
Mad
Instead
though.
of the whole rigorous process,
Better.
you go to this other place, look for your auto sum, click on it. It sums everything you need. Excel is very, very smart. It just sums everything you need. You click on enter, you go your way. We are still getting the same values, not like the values changed. You go to this place, you go to auto sum, bam, you have what you want, enter. That's it. Very smart.
You could have led with this. Easy way out.
Just that now, eventually you're going to be working, so you don't get confused when you see some things, because you now that you already know it doesn't mean that the next person knows it, right?
Yeah,
So
understand.
you just have to be careful what you're working on as well. So here, let's do total here. So we can do a here. This one is also very tricky. Let's do it. So now we already know about our autosum. So click on autosum. It sums B3 to D3, right? Click on enter. Click on autosum again. It sums B4 to D4. Enter. Then click on autosum again. Did you see the place? I know this is very, very tricky. What is it highlighting? The ones
The
on top.
the
And that's not what you want.
it.
That's not what you want. So this place now, that's why you need to be very, very careful when you're using shortcuts.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's showing this place and this is not what you want, Excel assumes you want me to add whatever it's up there, right? So what you just need to do is to that place you want to add, just click on it and drag it to wherever you want to add. Did you see I dragged it? It picked the values of those cells. Once you click on don't swallow us, who is that?
It's me. Oh.
Then then let's go to autosum again. Did you see what happened? It also picked these numbers from above it. So what you just need to do is go and drag them. Just drag the ones you want. Enter. You're getting your this thing correctly. auto sum again, grab the ones you want, enter, you're getting it. Auto sum again, you grab this and this, and then you go your way. So here you can still do whatever with this that we want. Well, what are we adding here? Now notice here what
Go
we are
down.
adding is from, no,
In.
what we are adding is from up to down, right? We're no longer adding these other ones here. We are adding what we spent from up to down. We're not adding these ones here. So you just click on this. It's 6,000 something. Now let's even say you're not adding, let's say you're not adding whatever it is you got from here. Yeah. This is also how you check for error in your work. Let's say auto sum, and then I decide, okay, I don't want to add that place, I want to add here. Whatever you're adding, notice we got the same value when we added from up to down and when we added from side to. Did you notice it?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's simply because you're doing total, and you're doing total of, these are your expenses and you're doing the total here. If you also do the total this side, your expenses are still going to arrive at the same number.
Okay.
You get? These are the things I spent money on. The only thing is that I added for this place, I added it according to the months I did the spending. Here I added them according to the months I did the spending. Here the same thing. But here I didn't add according to months. I added according to I didn't add according to months. I added according to each of the months. Not if I spent this one in January and all of that, and now come and say I added for each of the months. Then this one, this is no longer in March. In January I spent so so and so. In February I spent so so and so. In March I spent so so and so. It's more like on electricity from first month to third month. This is what I spent, 1,000. From second month to from on gas, this is what I spent, 1,450. So at the end of the day, your total should be the same. It shouldn't change. The total should be the same, right? So
Mm-hmm.
please, is there any confusion with the ones we've done so far?
No.
Yeah.
There's no number. So let's just move. Let's move. Let's move. Okay. Let me teach you autofill. Some people call it flash fill, some people call it autofill. Whatever the answer is, whatever you call it is what it is. So here I'm going to delete all of these things. We'll start all over again. Now watch me. There's a way you can delete these things, right? You can just highlight from here to here. If you want to delete row and column, ranges of cells in row and column, highlight to this place, hold down your control key, highlight this place too. So if you want to delete it, you can just click on delete and it goes off. Overlapping sessions. Okay, I think I did this one. I highlighted it twice. So let me go to this place and go to this place. Sorry, I removed my hand from the this thing. Oh Jesus. You sorry, don't mind me. Highlight to na first command. So you highlight to this place, hold down your control key and highlight down, right? So you can delete. Why that thing gave me that error message was because I highlighted to this point, this particular point, and when I also highlighted this place, I also put this particular cell. So it told me it's overlapping. So this is it. Now let's just do another one. So let's use our auto sum here to we do auto sum here, right? Now if you want to flash fill, sorry, I didn't click on enter. Now if you want to flash fill or auto fill on this cell now, okay, let me click a blank cell. On this cell I clicked, you notice on this particular cell, this G what's this thing? G10. If
Yeah.
you notice down by on the down part of it, this place my cursor is hovering. There's one thing that looks like small block there,
Yeah.
a small box. there. If I place my cursor on it, it will turn to plus. You're seeing it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the flash fill this thing. That's the instrument for flash fill. I don't know. I may not be using all the Excel languages, but just as long as you understand what I'm saying, right? So here now, I can go to this place now. I don't have time to come and be pressing auto. I can't be auto sum on each of these columns. Let's even say I'm working with a large number of data. I can't come and be pressing auto sum on each of these things. I can just get the sum of this. You see that small box, that small box, drag
Mm.
it to this end. It gives you, this is exactly the total of these other ones that we got previously.
Okay.
So
Did
you
you
can
press
just,
enter?
no, I didn't press enter. Let me do it again. So,
Just to drag the first.
okay, let me do it again, right? That small
Okay.
box I was showing you, once you get the total of this one, that small box I was showing you, just drag it, double click on it, drag it to this place. Once you
Okay.
drag it, now let me also show you the shocker, right? If you notice, these are the values we got even when we did this one after the other and when we did just auto sum and all of that. This is exactly the values. These are exactly the values we got. Now, the shocker is if you click on this box now, it's going to show you equal to some sum of cell D3 to D8. Are you getting it? Because what
Yeah.
you just did is I don't have time. I cannot do all of these things. Just help me repeat whatever I did on this cell, on these other cells. So
Okay.
basically, you just drag it and flash fill. Let me also teach you something on that one. I'm going to use another sheet for it. So let's say here on this sheet now, I have, I have a, I have one. Let me, this thing is looking small in my eyes. My eyes are paining myself. I have one, I have two, and I want to number up to 50. I don't have time. I don't have time. I already have one and two here, Abby. I already have one
Yes.
on. Can you see this thing I'm doing? I already
Yes, I
have
can.
one and two here. So what I just need to do is highlight them, drag it, that small box, drag it to, as you're dragging it, you're seeing that it's numbering the thing for you in sequence. See it. You can drag, it's not like I'm dragging and breaking. Okay, let me do it at once. Okay, this is it. And I'm dragging. Oh, sorry, I clicked on something. So I want to drag this now. I want it to give me as much number as possible. See, this is where I stopped, 162, right? So if I want one, two, three, okay, this is, let's just use our one and two. I can just highlight these two. That flash fill button, take it straight to this one. Did you see? Automatically, just sequentially, it names it for you. You're seeing it, ba?
Mm.
So it just does the job. It just does the job. You don't even need to stress yourself that much. So sometimes when you want to number things, instead of you to come and be numbering number one, number two, number three, number four, just use your autofill. It will just do all the
Yeah.
jobs for you. It will be easy for you. It will be simpler. You don't have to bother yourself. So let's go again. Auto sum. It gives you this. You press your enter, and really, you just want to repeat this thing here. Who noticed?
Yeah.
What error did you notice here?
Um, I didn't notice anything.
That's a good one. Thank you. There's actually no error. I just wanted to know if we are following.
Okay.
There's actually no error. So we can decide to uncheck the this thing here. Oh, we're now adding extra zeros. I'm adding. So this is basically what you get here, right? So that's You can just, instead of you to be going all the way around doing one thing and be doing calculations and be going to formula bar to go and click on math and trig. There are some stuff. Let's do counts. Let's do counts. Counts. I'm not going to be long in this class today. I'm just coming back from an event I hosted and my body is paining me already. So counts, max, average, average. Is there another thing with basic calculations? Basic calculations. Okay, let's just do count, max, and average. Okay, let's do mean. MIN. Sorry, MIN. You know, mean is minimum, right? Minimum number.
Mm.
Max is maximum number. Average, you already know how to do average. Count is counting. Count does not count. It does not sum up the cell. It just counts the number of cells populated, right? Doesn't sum up the cell. So, oh, let me accept somebody who wants to join us. Okay, admit. Oh, Mary left. Would you left? Would you?
Okay, I'm here.
Oh, I didn't even notice. If why did you stop?
Sorry. That I was not getting connection from that end, so I had
Okay,
to
okay.
change. Yeah.
But you got everything we did here now.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
So we're
So
going
let's
to count and average and
okay.
minimum.
Okay. Okay. So here we just want to count. What count does is it just counts the number of cells. It doesn't it doesn't it just the numeric values, the number of only the numeric values. It doesn't count text values or empty cells. So if there are this empty cell like this row 10 now, there are empty cells here, right? It count is not going to count it. It just counts the number of cells in a range. That is what counts does for you, right? So let's say for instance, let me use a populated this thing like the last one we did. Sorry, I'll just keep interchanging this because I want us to understand this thing really well. Let me delete this. Okay, what are we counting? So now let's do counts for this. Let's do counts for this. So I want to do count. Um okay, count. So we do just okay, we let's do counts for this. I think we should do it with just the small one. I feel like we'll be confused. But let's get started with this place. Then you'll do it with a huge data. Right? So let's just do
Okay.
count. Here in count, you just go to you go to the formula bar, click on the formula. It brings out this range of things you can options you can choose from, right? So you can go to math and trig, that math and trig we used before, and you check for counts. Counts. This is C. There's no count here. Mm? There's
Mm.
no count here. So what do? Go to more functions. So anytime you want to work with math and trig, and there are some things that you need that are not there, or you're looking for that are not there, just go to more functions. Click on these more functions. Now, more functions is more broad. It gives you like here you see engineering. The first one is statistical, whatever. You have statistical formulas, you have engineering formulas. So if you're into maybe building and whatever, it gives you formulas you can work with when working on your project. This one is cube, is giving you a lot of things about cube. Information is giving you a lot of information. Then compatibility. I don't know about this compatibility. I've not worked with it before. Oh, I've worked with concatenate. I've worked with Oh, really? I didn't even know this is the place. I just that there's a shortcut to it, and I've been using the shortcut. So this is it. Now, if you also want to look for formula on the web, you can check for this. But now, what we are looking for is count. So most times, most of these simple mathematical functions are in statistical functions. So sometimes you don't even need to go to math and trig. You can just go to statistical functions and you find what you're looking for. Now this is, we are looking for count, Abby. You will see count here. Must look at count here. You're seeing it, right?
Yeah.
So you click on your count. It brings out that same dialog box that that other one brought out. Like I said, count does not count empty cells. There's an empty cell here. It did not count it. It just counted cells that has values in them. Do you get? It counted only cells that has values in them. So now, if you say, okay, this is what you want to count. It brings out, this is the value 7. Hmm? Now, let's say we want to work with this 7. Do you know why it's 7? Because it has, let me also show you something. Sorry, let me go back on that. Cancel. Good. Let me show you. One, this is not supposed to be 7. It's supposed to be around 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. So the what made it 7 is the total you're seeing there. So we're not counting the total. We don't want to count the total. So we can decide to count the total. Hence, this is just a class. Let's just go back to count. Go to math and trig. You go to more functions. Go to statistical functions. Then you go to count. Then it tells you to count from B3 to B10, right? So I don't want B10. Okay, let's just say we want B10. Okay, you click on B10. It gives you 7. If you want to count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now let's say, like I told you, you don't have to do for all the cells. Just flash fill. Your work will be easier. Let's say I flash fill now. What happened? You want me to go and be doing it one after the other? How many cells are here? How many cells are here? What you just need to do is tell Excel, you see this thing, I've done this particular one. Now I want you to repeat the same thing on others. It gives it to you, right? So that's that for that. So on Max, also we go to more functions. You can go to math and trig, whatever. So let's go to Max. Max. I've passed it. This is Max. Max is maximum number. You click on Max. Let me tell you, the maximum number this thing is going to give you is going to be um on B8, on B9. Do you know why? We are doing the total. The total. If we include the total, the maximum will be on B9. If we don't increase the total, if we don't include the total, the maximum will be, it will fall in, it will fall within this place. Maybe 700, 700, that's the highest number there. You can see it now and you can decide which will be what because you're seeing it. Because the truth is that you work with more data than this. That's just the fact. So now this is not what I want. And like I told you before, if this thing is giving you, the dialog box is giving you what you don't want. This argument, function argument is giving you what you don't want. You can just highlight and tell it, okay, let's put this one. We can repeat it. We can go back and repeat it with the total and click OK. Okay, let's not even click OK. Look at this equal sign here where my cursor is hovering. Can you see it? Are we still together?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So this place my cursor is hovering now. It's giving me 2,550. And I told you earlier,
550
yeah, I told you earlier that if we include the total, it's going to be 2,550 because that's the maximum number there.
number there. Okay.
Mm. So now let's say we don't want that B9. We just want him to we just want to calculate the maximum number from B3 to B8. So you can just remove this B9 and put B8 there. Or you can go and highlight from this place, like I earlier mentioned. You can decide to highlight, you can decide to type it in, and you click on OK. It gives you 700. And I mentioned that 700 earlier because I've looked at these cells and I've seen the highest number there. Now, I don't have chance. I don't have strength. Excel, please just help me and do this thing. You just flash fill. It gives you the maximum number. Now,
Oh,
if you decide, oh, I don't like I want to check for errors, I want to know if this thing is correct, you can go through it. You see that all the numbers he gave you here are all the maximum numbers.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Except that 25550.
No. Even the 22550 is not there. It's 700 that is there. We didn't include B9 when we were calculating. We removed it.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
for subsequent ones, it's also removed the totals. Because if we should put the totals now, all the maximum numbers, all of them will now be these numbers under here.
Okay. I get it.
Okay. Now let's go to average. The same thing. You go to your excuse me, sorry, I'm just very tired. So you go to more functions, square, look for statistical functions, look for your average. This is the second one is average. Once you click on average, it also gives you a dialog box, right? I don't want for everything here. So let me just highlight. I don't have strength to come and start checking B clinical. So I can no, this is not what I want. So this is what I want. I keep going to 2550. Just want to okay, stop at 600, right? Click okay. It gives you the average number. So you know what average is. You can decide, let's say we decide to sum all these numbers and divide by the total number of or divide by the count. Average is
No,
200 plus 700 plus 300 plus 600 plus 150 plus 600
the 600
divided by
divided by 7.
6, because there are 6 here. So you can
Yeah.
just quickly punch it in a calculator and tell me the answer, please.
Okay. 200 plus
7.
700 plus 300 plus
Mm-hmm.
600 plus
Plus,
150 plus
plus
600. That's 255 divided by 6. 425. It's correct.
exact. This is what the average is giving you. Now I still do
Okay.
not have strength to do all of these things. So please flash fill. You can just decide, drag your little box
Also,
over here.
to
It
give
gives you
you.
the average you're looking for. Minimum number. Minimum is just the minimum number, right? So you can still go to maths and trick, go to statistical functions. I don't think there's anything you even find in in statistical functions that you not see. Okay, math and trick, they are quite different, sha. Just a combination. So we're looking for the minimum number, B. So let's go to this is minimum. Minimum is mean. You can do mode for this calculation, you can do median for this calculation, a whole lot that you can,
Okay.
but then let's just work with those ones. So now it's also picking 13 because these are the words the cells above it. That's why I say whatever thing you're punching in, just make sure it corresponds with what you're doing. Especially when you already have, imagine it's count is this it took up this dialog box now, this function argument. It took up even the count we did, took up even the marks we did, and even the average we did, right? So we cannot even say if you click on okay now, this thing will give you, it will give you an answer, but it will be wrong. But you might think it's right until you finish working with it, and at the end of the day, your data is looking like sometimes you even finish working and you know within yourself that this is not supposed to be right, and then you have to
Yeah.
maybe you have to go and start tracing yourself. Sometimes you may not know, and then you give out a bad feedback or a bad output, whatever it is. So now I don't want all of these things. I just want from a particular place to so place. So I can do from here to 600 and then punch okay. Okay. See, minimum number. This is 200, this is 700, this is 300, this is 600.
150.
150 is the minimum number on this column.
Yeah.
So it gives you the 150. Again, I don't want to go and stress myself. I don't
Repeater.
want doing it. So just drag that in. Drag it. It gives you the minimum number. Now, if you look at these cells now, you find that the minimum number on this column now is 130. On
Yeah.
this column is 120. Look at it.
120.
On this other column is 428. Look at it here,
Yeah.
right? So you just need to pay attention to what you're doing, ensure that you're taking the right numbers and you're dragging the right cells, because this is where the mistakes come in. Once you're dragging the right cells, you are good to go. Then again, God, Mona no vex for me. I'm really tired.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you. So that's that with working with all those things. Now I also want to highlight something in Excel. If you're working with Excel, and you have numbers. Okay, let me see. What's the difference between aside this dollar sign now? What's the difference
Mm.
between this cell and this cell? Let me click out of
Mm.
so you can look at it very well. Or let me zoom in. I think that would be better. Let me zoom in. I don't know how much you can take. Okay. So what's the difference between this cell now and this cell? So please someone.
Mm.
Numbers. What difference?
No, apart from the numbers, we know the difference is okay, you have 2000 something, you have 600 something, and you do these are just numbers. Apart from the numbers, let's say the numbers are constant. So what else? And apart from the dollar sign too.
When you click on that 2550, there's one something like a box.
What do you think is bringing up this box?
I think it's because of the it's showing what you've done there. That's
Mm-mm.
something.
No, it's not true. It's not true. Let me click on. I've done this one too. It's not bringing out any box. This particular
I
Okay.
total.
think because he's giving you options.
No, it's not
If
giving me options.
give you options.
It's actually giving me options, but that's not the difference. Okay, let me tell you what the difference is. If you look
Okay.
at this particular one now, there's this green thing here on the top left.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's this green thing here. This
Mm.
thing can be an error. It can also not be an error. We'll do data cleaning. If you when you're doing data cleaning with Power Query, with Excel Power Query, if you see this thing, anywhere you see this green thing, just shall know that there is an error in that data. No, just reason them twice. There is an error somewhere. Is either let's say we'll do this. Let's go to home and align left. Okay, it's not gonna align. Okay, because we've done all the calculations on it. Okay, yeah, we can do this here. We can align left here. Do you see it? It goes off. This is not supposed to be here. But because it's already numbers are aligned. I think we did this thing last time. Let me show you something here. Okay. On Excel, auto built in. On Excel, this thing you're seeing now are numbers. If you look at them, they are aligned on the left.
Yeah.
Okay, really, this thing is not aligned on the left. This is okay, it's aligned on the
Hmm.
left, but it's not supposed to be here. They're supposed to be aligned on the right. Aligned on the right. Okay, this is okay, I'm clicking on it and I'm seeing that that's the function the person used on it. Let me do this thing so you see it. Where is this correct? I'm looking for this is an auto. Okay, yeah, let's use this place. These are numbers, these are values, right? Normally on Excel, dates and numbers align right rather. Dates and numbers align right.
Alright.
Then here now, if you look at these things that are text values align left. They don't align right. Let me put something here. A20, B20. Is there any this thing? This thing is automated, sha. This particular worksheet we're working with is automated. So you may not use it to see everything. But then normally in Excel is a rule. Numbers and dates align right. Other things align left. When we do Power Query, even though Power Query is not part of this class, but then I have to do it so that we understand it. When we do Power Query, anywhere you see this thing, let me show you those tiny green stuff at the top. Just know that there is an error in that thing. Now, this is exactly how you can remove this. Once you click on that cell, it brings out this exclamation box by the left. You're seeing it, ba? Hello.
Yes, yes, we're seeing it.
Mm-hmm. So it brings out this exclamation, this thing. Just click on it. Once you know that there's no error in what you're doing, you just click on ignore error. It goes off. You can decide to do it one after the other. You can also click all the boxes, you're seeing it. It's going to still give you, okay, here, it's not giving me, it's not saying me. So it's still going to give you this error, this thing here. You click on it and ignore error. It's an error sign. That thing is an error sign. So let's click on all of these ones. This one has it. This one has it. So these things have it. Look at, it's also showing you that dialog at the back, at the side. You click on it, ignore error, and it has gone off. That's how you take it off when you're working. My eyes are hurting real bad. Chimo. Okay, so
Okay.
thank you. So we've done flash fill. What else? Well, I don't. I think we've covered what I have for today. Even though I would want to
Okay.
do other things, but my eyes are really hurting. I need to sleep. I've been running around
Yeah.
since morning. So
Okay.
I believe these things are easy to get. These things are easy to get. Just make sure. Well, we're going to be doing more complex. We're going to be doing more complex things by in our next class. We're going
Okay.
to be doing more complex.
Excuse me.
Sorry, yeah. So just and exactly, I also want to this. I want us to we'll do relative and absolute referencing.
Okay.
Okay, let me just. I just want us. I don't want us to just go like that, like that. Let me. Let's just conclude. Let's do for 1 hour. Should we started at okay 1 hour something? Let's just do for 1 hour and something. Let me just teach you something. So here, ba, I want to. I want to teach you this thing. Let me go back. Okay, this is where we were. Okay, I think I increased it a little bit so you can be seeing it well. So now, this, if you look down, you're seeing sheet one, sheet two. Of course, this is where I taught you how to flash fill for numbers and for other things. But let me let me delete those. Delete 45. Delete. Let's come back to this place now. Um, I want to copy everything I have here and push it to this place, this other sheet. Click on that second sheet. You can open it on your laptop, please, so you'll be following what I'm doing. So you Control V. I did Control C. That's the normal copy and paste. Control C, Control V, right? To get to this place. Sorry for that. So to get to this place. Now, what I want us to do here is simple. I want to teach you what these things, this sheet one, sheet two, sheet three, sheet three thing. If you open another one now, it will become sheet three. You open another one, it becomes sheet four. So now you can work on this project. Now let's say this is the project I'm working on, and I want to insert a chart here now, right? Let's say I want to insert the cost of water, for instance. Okay, let me do cost of water, and then I want to insert a chart. I'll still teach you how to insert a chart. I'm just trying to explain something to you. I can copy this thing. I can still copy this table and paste it here. Like I copied it already. So let me paste it here. I'm looking for cost of water and I want to insert a chart. So I go to insert. I'll say, okay, where are my charts? Where are my charts? Where are my charts? I want pie charts. So let me pick this. and you're seeing it. This is the cost of water. As you're hovering around, you're seeing where each one is. There's 600. The one that is valued at 600. The water consumed in March, be January, 600. This one is the water that was consumed. Um, was this was I think February, and this was March. I'm going to still teach you more about this thing, right? Just follow me. I want you to learn something. So
Okay.
here is Abi. It is Abi. Is it? Here is it. So you can move this. Now, ne, I've copied this. Remember, this was the sheet we started with, but I was
Mm.
able to copy this sheet and went to sheet two to paste it to get my chart here. So I can decide now, okay, this is my chart. I can work, I can do so many charts. I can even say, okay, let me insert maybe this kind of chart. 3D chart. Yeah, this is it. Oh, sorry. So I can do my 3D chart, and this is it. So I'm looking for the things and the water I consumed during this whole period. Now, why the essence of this is you can be working on a data, or let's even say this one now. Let's say for this chart now, this whole data, they are just too enormous. They are not as big, oh, let's be honest, because you're going to work with a lot of data. But let's even say that okay, that this chart is just this whole data is enormous. I think there was this there's a filter on this. There's definitely a filter on this. Okay, I said it. So let me remove this filter. So okay, so this is what we are working with now. And you know that this data is big. And you need a chart for this data. But then, as much as even though you need a chart, you cannot do it here because you feel already this place is clustered and you don't want
Okay.
to confuse yourself. You can just simply copy this thing and go to another sheet. Go and open another sheet like we did here. I copied from sheet one. This is worksheet one, and opened another sheet here, sheet two. It's simple. How to open it is look at this place now. There is if you look down, there's a plus key with one round something. When my
Yeah.
mouse is hovering, you can just
Mm.
click on that thing. Once you click on it, it opens another one for you. Admit, Fermi came late. Okay, so it opens another one for you. It just opens another one for you. Sheet three, if you decide, okay, I want to click it again, it opens another one for you. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. There is also one other thing you can do. From this sheet now, this is sheet one, and you want to move sheet one to maybe this place, to this place, maybe around sheet four or in between
Mm.
sheet two and five. You can just hold it, drag it. If you're dragging it, notice it's looking like there's something you're carrying with your cursor, right?
Yeah.
Just drop it wherever you want it. Have you seen it? Sheet one has moved. Sheet two is now in front.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I want this sheet one to move further to this place.
You
I'll
carry it.
drag it and come and put it here.
Okay.
Look at where it is now, right?
Mm. Yeah.
This is how
Yeah.
to move your worksheet around Excel. Also, you can rename, let me put it back in position. You can rename your sheet. Like now, I already know that the name of this sheet is monthly budget. So you can just decide, okay, me, this is I can right click on my once you bring you put your cursor there, you can right click and to give you options to delete, to move it or copy it, to just like that move that dragging I did. It's just the
Mm.
easiest way to move it around. You can decide to protect
Okay.
it. You can password it. Yeah, you can decide to protect it. But we'll talk about that one much later. So, and then here, did we talk about hiding of this thing? Hiding of columns and rows.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now you can whatever tab color you can change it, all of that. There's something highlighted already. So for you now, I want to rename it. So this is once you click on rename, it highlights the name that sheet one name on it.
Mm.
So it will now
And you can
be
now. Yeah.
Let's say monthly, you now type in whatever it is you want to use and save it. This is our monthly budget,
Budget.
right?
Okay.
So you can decide to name it monthly budget. This other sheet now where you already have your chart, you can decide to
Mm.
say, okay, monthly budget chart. Right click and it gives you the rename option. Here it gives you right click, you rename monthly budget. Okay, let's say chart. It gives you it gives you chart. Why you do this is so that it will be easy for you to identify. Let's say you
Which
worked on
one
this
is
sheet, you worked on this sheet and you got so number of things, and you really just want to keep them in good shape. You don't want, if you come back tomorrow, you go and start scrolling and scrolling before you see what you're looking for. The best thing to do is to identify it by naming it. Just name the worksheet. This is a worksheet. This noun is a spreadsheet.
it?
Don't know how
Okay.
they differentiate it, but these are sheets inside the worksheet, and I think they're called spreadsheets. So monthly budget. This is the chart for our monthly budget for water. We can also decide, okay, I don't want this chart just like this. I want this chart to highlight everything I'm doing. Well, we'll talk about that when we get to charts so that we don't get confused. So here, if you also decide you want to move it, what do? You double click and move it to wherever you want to move it to. You can put it here. It gives you the same thing. Chart has
Okay.
is now the beginning, right? So let's move it
Yeah.
back. Let's move it back to where it was. So we move it to this place. This is how you rename. There's also a simpler way. Instead of right clicking and left clicking and all that, you just double tap it,
Double click. Yeah.
double click. You can just name it whatever you want. Let's say we want to name it Monday. It goes. Once you just type it in, remove your cursor, you go to another place. You can also open it, double click, rename. You can also open it, double click and rename. So that's that for today. Honestly, I wish I could still go on and on, but I'm not getting myself.
Oh, thank
I'm
you
not.
so much. You learned a lot today.
So, we've talked about hiding now, hiding and not hiding, Abby.
Yeah. Except
Okay.
maybe the new people may not know it well. We've
So,
talked about it.
Chima, I remember we did hiding and non-hiding rules and columns. But Chima, are you there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Mm. So you can also protect your shit. I already talked about that one, but please let's do it next time. We'll do it. We'll do it in our next class. I need to close my eyes. So
Thank
that'll be
you.
the end for
Thank you.
today. The class is also recorded, so I'll also share the class with us. Me, you came in quite late. We're already closing. I don't know how else we're going to do that though. But the class is recorded.